Welcome back to the farm. We're down here between the two high tunnels where we put weed fabric down. We mulched between the two, and we originally did this to set our mums to grow out, but we've got so many this was just not small space, too small of a space. So what we're going to do now, we're going to line this all the way down through there with raised beds and grow carrots and beets in there, whatever. Mainly carrots, because we can't, for whatever reason, we can't grow them in our soil. So this is the one I'm going to work on today. It's 10 feet long, 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep. And I know you're probably thinking, it's the middle of September, why are you filling with this now? Well, this is to get you, if you think about doing this, I'm going to give you some tips, but you need to start planting that right now. I know it's September and you won't be planting until April, but I'm gonna save you some money. So you can get these on Amazon. I got this 2-pack. I got 2 of them for about 40 something dollars. And if you buy them, usually after Thanksgiving they start marking them down, and then around Christmas, after Christmas, they really mark them down. So I bought both of these. All these I bought at a discount. Some of these I gave like $11 a piece for. Some of these 4x2s. I've got carrots growing in right now. Yeah, so I gave like $11 for all these, and I've had them for probably 3 years, and I mean, they're not the Virgo or whatever, it's the $100 ones, but they last all right. So I'm gonna start on this one, and my plan is to get it situated. I'll show you how I do that, save you some money. And then we're going to plant carrots and a little bit of beets. I planted some beets out there, if you remember a few videos ago, have not come up. I don't know if we're not getting any water, I've got bad seed, or I just can't grow beets. So we're going to try it here. So what you need to do now is think about, well, I'm going to raise some, you don't have to grow carrots, you can grow tomatoes. Anything you grow in the ground, if you've got limited space, this is a perfect option for you. And I would say at some point in my life, this will be my whole garden, 2 high tunnels in this. So I'm 62, maybe 5 more years, we'll quit all this other 3 or 4 acres of growing, and we'll just grow for ourselves here. Maybe sell a little bit up there in our store. But we can grow quite a bit just in the high tunnels and these beds. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna when they go back on sale, I'm gonna buy enough to finish this out. And I don't know if I like the 2-foot ones, the 4-foot long ones better, or the 10-foot long ones better. We'll find out here, and I'll let you know. So anyway, first thing you gotta do is buy this, go on Amazon, buy something cheap. Next thing you wanna do when you set this down in your yard, put a weed fabric, and I left this out so I can show it to you. This is a weed fabric. You want to put it underneath that before you start filling, and I know what you're thinking. It's going to have 6 inches of fill and 6 inches of dirt, with them weeds at my house will come up through that. Now, I don't know where you live or whatever. If you don't think it's necessary, don't do it. But I'm telling you from experience, do it. It'll save you a lot of heartache. So put your weed fabric down, situate this where you want it. I've kind of eyeballed it with this high tunnel board, the distance, keep it the same. Got the next one too. And now we got weed fabric, like I said, we got weed fabric underneath it and chips on top of that. So I'm kind of ahead of the game on that. So next thing you want to do, you can buy enough potting soil or whatever, fill this all the way up. But I don't have that kind of money. So I'm going to use wood chips that were free. I'm going to fill it halfway up with wood chips. And that eventually decompose and turn into dirt. If you don't have wood chips, you can put branches, any kind of material that will decompose you can put in there. And then put your stuff on top of it, just as a filler to start with. I guess you could, well, I started to say you could put gravel in there, but I don't know if I'd recommend that. Could put sand, I guess, if you had some for free. That would be kind of expensive. So anyway, I've got my weed fabric down, got my thing placed where I want it. So now I'm gonna fill it up halfway. So So this is 2 foot tall. I'm gonna fill it up a foot of wood chips. And then on top of that, we'll put our dirt. And I'll talk about that when we get to it. First thing, let's do the wood chips. For the first step, I actually overfilled it more than the 6-inch mark because this is going to settle. Now if I was making this, if I was just doing this without videotaping, I would let this set a week or to a good rain. And while I was doing this, I think I'm going to saturate this real good with some water, see if that'll settle it out, and then I'll put my topsoil or my soil in there. You can see like this one right here, these two especially. You can see how much they've sunk. Probably about that much. And I did not add any soil to these two. I added it to the one back behind the camera and brought it up. So after I harvest these carrots, I'll put some more in here and bring this up level. And I'm thinking too what I'm gonna do, I've got these other two here right now that got nothing in them. I got another 10 and I got a 4. And I got an old water trough up at the barn at the bottom, rusted out of it. But the sides are really good, looks just like one of these. So I'm gonna put it there. I think it's 2x4. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill these. I might even do it this evening and fill these with bark and let them sit for a while. Cause this will be my last planting of the year. Tired of planting. And so this is gonna be it. I'm gonna grow some more carrots. These carrots here look great. And the third of it I'm gonna do 2/3 carrots, 2/3 beets, and you'll see all that in this video. All right, I'm gonna wet this down. I'm gonna eat some lunch. I've already had a busy day. My John Deere won't start, so I'm going to get a new starter, I think. Somebody stole their credit card number. And I really need to build a wagon really bad. So I might start that. Hopefully I get this done. Start the wagon tomorrow. And that'll be Saturday's video. All right, so I'm gonna wet this down, move the tractor out of the way. And this evening when I get the boss down here, get a little help, might fill those up. Don't take very long. It just took me about maybe 20 minutes at the most, and I took a break there had to go move the water. I'm watering the pumpkins as we're talking, so got me a new sprinkler on it. I had to, anyway, had to fix it where it'd work right. Factory sent me an email. I mean, it comes from the factory not working right. What does that tell you? All right, I'm gonna water this down, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the little cheat I'm using on the soil. You don't have to do that either, but we'll talk about that when we get ready. It's later in the evening, and or later the same day. It's after supper, actually. I did water this a couple times, and it did sink down about 2 inches, so that's good. Let me see if I can get you a good shot of that. The soil I'm gonna be putting in here, I got it on discount, and I think I gave $1 a bag for it. It says for in-ground use, and it's Miracle Grow. There's one. Let me find you one. And I bought a bunch of this back in, gosh, I don't even know how long, first of this year. And I've been using some of it, like when I plant a tree, a little bare root tree, and I take a bag of this and put it around. It works great for that. But I was reading on it, and it's got peat moss, processed forest products, which is bark, a wetting agent. So I don't know exactly what that means, and I don't know what the difference is between that and whatever. So we're gonna use it, and I've got about a little bit of perlite I'm gonna mix in with it just to keep it from compacting so bad. So we'll get this laid out and we'll see what it looks like when we open up the bag, because I can't remember exactly what the actual dirt looks like. Took 5 bags, and but I might add another bag. I want to get another bag. I got plenty of them back there. I'm actually gonna let this sit tomorrow in the sun, let it dry out a little bit, and see if it'll declump a little bit. So we'll come back tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon, and we'll plant what we're gonna plant here. So, but you get the gist of it. You see I put 5, I'm gonna put 6 bags in here, and this is a 2x10. So if I was doing one of these, it would be one of these 2x4s. These down here, maybe 3 bags I mean. So maybe 3, yeah, 3 bags, 2.5 probably. So, and that's probably gonna settle a little bit too. But I'm gonna let it go, and we'll come back tomorrow evening and we'll plant. It's the next day, and I really wanted to let this dry out more, but we're supposed to get some rain. It's actually rained just a few minutes ago, but so I'm gonna go ahead. I think what I'm gonna do is just plant them on top of this, and I've got a couple buckets of potting, the fine potting mix. I'll put over it, so it should work, I think, and then we'll water it in. So I've got 3 compartments here, so I'm gonna do 3 different plantings. I'm gonna do, well, 2 of them will be carrots, 1 of them will be beets. And the first one I'm gonna do is mokum, and that's what I got growing over here. I got 2 beds of it. So let's lay it down first. And then we're gonna do, mokum is a carrot. I've just about used all these seeds. I think this is our favorite. I think I'm gonna try to do 4 rows instead of 3. I think I said yesterday that I have, this is my last planting. It's actually not my last planting, because our garlic came in yesterday. So that will be our last planting of 2024. I was going to do like some broccoli, lettuce, kale, something else, cabbage, but it's so dry I'm not going to go with it. I'll just be watering all the time anyway. All right, so the next section I'm gonna do, which is this section here, middle section, I'm gonna do bolero, and it's a carrot also. I'm gonna try to do 5 rows, I think. Okay, I don't know if I explained it, but the reason I added the perlite is keeps it from compacting the soil. And I had another uh, bag of stuff over here, so I think I took 6 bags. Definitely got enough to finish this little project out all the way if I wanted to, which I don't know, I might do. I might do it and let it sit over the winter. That's what I should do anyway. All right, I'm gonna try some more beets, and these are red ace, and I tried them. I don't know where. I've tried them everywhere, and I can't get them to come up. So I'm beginning to think maybe it's either me or the variety. Most likely me, but I think next year I might buy a different, because they're pretty cheap. I might buy several different varieties and see. And we'll see if this comes up or not and how it does here. This is really probably be optimal growing conditions because I water every day. I come down here and water the mums. Mums are looking great, by the way. They're starting to pop. I'll turn around and get you a shot of that real quick. But you can see over here, these carrots over here are doing really good. So you'd think a beet would do good too. So let's get these planted. Okay, it just occurred to me that, I don't necessarily have to plant these in rows. And it's instant. So anyway, just kind of broadcast that. All right, so I got some potting mix and I'm gonna put over it. I'm gonna cover it all up with it. And then we'll kind of water it in. That dirt is moist anyway, but might lightly water. Guess we get a big rain today, which I don't know if we get a big rain. Well, that's done, and been wanting to do this for a couple weeks, so I'm kind of a couple weeks behind. And hopefully we'll get some carrots, and we'll see if them beets come up. Part of that soil was leftover seed starting mix, and part of it was a potting mix I had left over in something. So anyway, let's go over and we'll look at these mums real quick. So we had some for September, and they're starting to pop. And we sold quite a few of them last weekend, so hopefully we'll have a pretty good weekend this weekend. They look really good, I think. I mean, there's some of them that's not doing as good, but some are doing really well. So I think overall we did really well so far on these. If we can sell them, that's the big thing. All right, appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, send me an email. I think it's all right, and hope it does good. I'd like to get some beets. I don't even know if we like beets, but I want to try them anyway. All right, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the next video.